trying to do less will get you closer to your goals than doing more? This is so counterintuitive for us because we're always thinking, if I just work hard enough, grind hard enough, work long enough, I'll be able to reach my goals. But I'm here to tell you something that I learned when I decluttered my house is that decluttering is the key, in my opinion, to achieving your goals. What do I mean by that? I mean, when you clear the chaos, when you decide, all right, I bought 12 trainings, but these two are the two that I'm going to focus on this year to move closer to my goal. When you look at all of the books that you bought to read and you clear them out, you put them in another room and you focus on two, it incredibly changes your game because then you're able to fully do those two trainings and read those two books. You're not so overwhelmed. You do nothing, which is what the majority of the people that I work with get stuck in, right? They get stuck in being like, I'm busy all the time, but I never accomplish anything. And that's because signing up for trainings isn't working towards your goal. Actually doing the trainings and implementing them is what's going to get you closer if you've chosen the right training, right? So when you clear that chaos with the art of simplicity, it's really going to help you out. When you do mindful minimalism, right, when you embrace the beauty of simplicity, you get rid of being overwhelmed. You're able to truly say, all right, my only job for this week is to do this one training. Do you remember being in college and having 5 different classes at once, or high school and having 5 different classes at once and carrying that homework and reading 400 pages in a night if you had to? Your trainings and your work towards your goal can be no different, right? But what we do is we get overinformed and we end up feeling overwhelmed and we get frozen, right? So much information that we feel like gathering that information is the actual work towards our goals. And what will really change things is precision planning. When we talk about precision, easy for me to say, precision planning, what makes the difference here is I want you to think with me. Let's say you and I were going to lunch and we knew the restaurant we were going to. If we're in Charlottesville, we're totally going to Marie Bet. It's amazing. If you haven't tried it, do so. It's a wonderful French bakery with lots of good food. But let's say we've decided we're going to go to Marie Bet, but we choose not to put the address in the GPS. We just drive around hoping we can find it. That's not a great plan. When you don't have a smart goal, that's what you're doing. I just want to make money helping people. That's what I hear all the time, right? That's what I used to say. But that's not programmable into your GPS. You've got to think about all the details that go with that. And what's cluttering your ability to do that and making you think you're actually working towards your goals is what's messing you up. And to me, it's a lot like going in your closet and being overwhelmed and not knowing what to wear. So you keep picking the same 2 outfits over and over and over because you like them, you lean on them, they work, those jeans fit you, you don't have to figure out why. If you're doing that when you're reaching your goals, well, I haven't reached my goal weight yet, but I'm going to keep doing the same approach for the 3rd year in a row. I haven't reached my business goals yet, but surely this new training will change everything, right? We are picking a lot of the times the same behaviors, the same outfit, and we're not going to end up feeling great about ourselves. If you've ever talked to someone who gives you any sort of support in going through your wardrobe, the first thing they tell you to do is to get rid of most of that. You get rid of most of your clothes. You can even put them in bins in the basement if you think, oh gosh, I just can't do that. I've spent too much money on these clothes. I've spent too much money on these trainings. I've got to stick with it. You're just cutting off your nose to spite your face, right? Because if what you're doing isn't working, if you don't have a clear direction, if everything is so cluttered, you can't focus, you're undermining your every step and you deserve to reach those goals. It's a lot like lifting weights, I think. You've got to drop this baggage that you're carrying with you of all the things that you said you would do, whether they get you to your goal or not. And you've got to be able to put that baggage down and say, all right, fresh start, clear the slate. Let me look at all the resources in front of me. Let me look at all the clothes in my closet and let me pick my strategy, knowing where I'm going, knowing what my goal is, even if it means that you aren't wearing clothes you paid for, even if it means you're not completing trainings you paid for, right? It can feel tough, but the more clutter that you're carrying around, the less that you know what is moving the ball forward or not. So I think one of the things you can also do is think about priority pacing. So if you have a bunch of memberships and a bunch of trainings and you're like, Amy, I don't know about you, but I'm going to get through all mine for sure. And I'm implementing that. Then what I want you to do is to stand back and look at all of those trainings and look at where you are in relation to your goals and decide, you know what's really going to move the ball forward? This, and this. And that will be my focus for the next quarter. For the first month, this, for the second month, that, and for the third month, this. And then measure, how did those impact your progress to your goals? And if they didn't, kick them to the curb, right? Make a priority list of what you need to be focused on. So let's create a syllabus in a way tonight for yourself. I want you to make a list, and maybe you don't even have this. Go through your inbox, go through your credit card receipts, and make a list of all the trainings that you've paid for. Ouch, right? That can kind of hurt. I've done it too. And then decide which ones you're going to double down on. And this is the key. Listening to the training is not doing the training. It's not. You've got to implement it, right? So if you're listening to someone and they say the first step is mindset, you need to get a journal, and you go, I don't need a journal. I'm asking you tonight to follow whatever recommendation that guru is giving you. Because if you invested your time and your trust and your energy in this individual, it's like asking the waitress, what's the best thing on the menu? Should I order the chili or should I order the minestrone? And they go, oh my gosh, the minestrone is amazing. And you go, I think I'll get the chili. Why did you even ask? Why did you even sign up for that training? And what I often find, and we've talked about in previous videos, is that people won't do each step. I've done it myself. And then they say, you know what? This doesn't work. This system does not work. What you're teaching me doesn't work. You're not a good teacher. And then you go back and you go, oh, but are you doing this? No, I'm not comfortable with that. Are you doing this? No, I haven't really gotten around to that. I'm working on it. Are you doing this? Well, kind of. So maybe the trainings do work. Maybe the systems do work, but you're not doing them. So by priority planning, you can get going on actually implementing what you have paid people to teach you how to do. This month has been all about helping us reach our goals together, because that's how we're going to get where we need to go, together. And today, as we near the end of the month, I'm going to invite you to take a really honest look at where you are in relation to the goals that mean the most to you. And let's declutter that too. Let's just pick 5 goals for the whole year, right? So, for example, one of my goals last year, if you follow along, was to get my general license as a ham radio operator. And I wanted to do it by the end of the year. I did it on, I think, December 22nd, right? But what that meant is a goal came off my list. I got to put another goal on my list. It can be that simple. But the momentum and empowerment I got from checking that off my list feels great. My next goal is to set up my ham shack, right? So they end up creating the path to what you want to do. My goal is to be able to communicate with my brother and my dad over the ham radio, because it's my dad's passion. It's my family's legacy. It's amazing to me that I will be able to do that. And it also is great in the event of an emergency, right? So that's an example of a goal that I set. And when I completed that goal, boom, the next goal to extend myself towards the end game existed. So what I'm asking you tonight is to identify 5 goals and then eliminate any clutter around you that does not support you getting to that goal. Take out every single piece of clothing that you don't wear anymore, as a metaphor, right? So if you're paying for 6 different subscription services and you're not doing any of them, cancel 3 to 4 and just keep one, and then do that one. And when that's complete, go to the next one, right? I'm canceling 2 tonight. I've got 2. One is an app that I signed up for that I just haven't really gotten a lot out of. It's $7.99 a month. And one is kind of a partnership teaching affiliate marketing that's $24.99 a month. And I don't have time to do it. So I'm going to cancel it until I have time to do it. Doesn't mean it's bad training. It means I've prioritized the ones that I'm really going to focus on, right? So whatever your goals are, let's do this together. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's share what our goals are below. And I can't wait to see you back here tomorrow night. Let's talk about what we're going to be doing in February. I think you're going to love it. And